NATO envoys will hold emergency talks on Tuesday on the situation in Afghanistan as Western powers scramble to evacuate personnel from Kabul after the Taliban takeover, Agence France-Presse, AFP, quotes an alliance official as saying. The Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg will then hold a news conference at 1 p.m. GMT, his first appearance before the media since June, as the alliance reels following the collapse of the Afghan government forces. Stoltenberg tweeted on Sunday that NATO was helping keep Kabul airport open to facilitate and coordinate evacuations, but there were scenes of chaos as crowds tried to board departing planes. The Taliban's seizure of power comes after NATO withdrew its 9,500-strong mission on the back of a decision from the US President Joe Biden to pull out his troops. On Monday, Armin Laschet, the candidate from Angela Merkel's party to succeed her as German chancellor, described the situation as the biggest debacle that NATO has suffered since its founding 7 decades ago. The former Afghan president Hamid Karzai is in contact with the Taliban with a view to bringing peace to the country, the BBC reports. Karzai, who was Afghanistan's leader from 2001 to 2014, said he was part of a 3-member council working to transfer power to the militants peacefully. In an interview with the BBC, Karzai said the council has had contacts with the Taliban leadership and will be coordinating with them. The important thing is the life and safety of all Afghan people, and our aim is to establish that. The Taliban have told me they have appointed people to focus on the security of the city, and I hope there will be further progress on this tomorrow, Monday. Dr. Ashraf Ghani, the current president, has deserted his job and gone. He has left the scene. To fill this vacuum, legitimacy needs to be brought back. Only through a legitimate body, the security of Kabul and the whole country can be tasked to suitable hands. The Taliban are dominating now, and I hope the domination is strong and for the good of the Afghan nation. The council also includes the leader of the Hezb-e Islami party, Gulbuddin Hekmatyar, a former warlord turned politician, and the chairman of the High Council for National Reconciliation and former foreign minister, Abdullah Abdullah, the BBC reported. Responding to calls for the UK Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, to apologise to those who served in Afghanistan or those who lost loved ones, the PM's official spokesperson said he recognised it would be an extremely difficult time for them. Asked if Johnson would apologise, the spokesperson said, "Look, I fully understand that this must be an extremely difficult time for service personnel who served in Afghanistan and indeed the families of those who lost loved ones. As the PM has said, the UK can be proud of what has been done in Afghanistan over the past 20 years. It is thanks to their sacrifices that we've seen now no al-Qaida attacks against the West for a very long time. There are millions of girls and young women who have been educated in Afghanistan, and that cannot be taken away." The Islamic militant group Hamas has congratulated the Taliban for their swift takeover of Afghanistan and the end to the United States' 20-year presence in the country. In a statement on Monday, Hamas welcomed the defeat of the American occupation on all Afghan land and praised what it said was the Taliban's courageous leadership on this victory, which was the culmination of its long struggle over the past 20 years. Hamas, a Palestinian group that opposes Israel's existence, has governed the Gaza Strip since taking over the area in 2007, a year after it won a Palestinian election. Hamas is considered a terrorist group by Israel, the US and the European Union. It wished the people of Afghanistan future success and said the ouster of the American troops proves that the resistance of the peoples, foremost of which is our struggling Palestinian people, is due for victory.